Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Let Me Yap a Little with your host, Jessica Woods. Guys, I've been having the worst sleep schedule lately, and I'm honestly right now barely functioning. And I'm hoping the makeup is doing what it needs to do, the little bit of makeup I put on, honestly, because I'm very lazy when it comes to doing my makeup. But the past week, I've been waking up randomly at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then my body won't go back to sleep until like 30 minutes to an hour later. And I don't know why. And I feel like it's because I've been anxious, mainly because of, well, really my health. Um, because I was pretty much informed that I'm anemic and like I've always been borderline anemic. So yeah, I guess I've been worried about that. And then also just like everything that's going on around this world has also been making me anxious, and just seeing all the craziness and seeing things come about that could have just been easily avoided and didn't need to take place whatsoever, and is serving no good to this world and is causing the absolute most harm you can ever think of. And not just here in the States, we have issues all around the world that are happening. All these mass genocides in Congo, in Palestine, like it's ridiculous. And my heart just breaks. And then we have, of course, things here as we're seeing unfold day by day with ICE. And it just infuriates me because this is crap that we have literally called to attention so many times, that if y'all don't lock in and vote for the right people to be in office, there's going to be some mass destruction happening. And I think so many people saw it as a joke, and now they're seeing it come to reality, and it's only getting worse. And at this point, all I could say is that you should have cared sooner. You really should have cared sooner. That's the crazy part. Since Trump has been in office, and I feel like I'm really going to be talking about this today. I know last episode I brought in a new series, the seasons here, near and far. And yes, we'll be talking about things that are more lighthearted, but this is also very important, and I feel like it shouldn't be ignored whatsoever. And if you have a voice, speak on it. I heavily believe on that. So I will be speaking on it. And I did start off the conversation a little bit in my last episode. If you watched on YouTube, you would have seen um the snippet I had of my thoughts before I jumped into the pod. So if you were an audio listener, you have no idea what I'm talking about with this statement I wrote, but I'm actually gonna read that out first. So now everyone's on the same page of what I put out 2 weeks ago. And so then I'll dive in more to what I have to say, because it's honestly a lot, guys, because it's beyond heartbreaking what is going on. The statement I wrote, I originally posted this to my Insta story. And then I was like, when I was putting out the last episode, it felt off because I mean, I'm talking about like a regular topic, but I feel like seeing lives be destroyed, it just felt so off putting to not say anything about it. So the statement that I wrote, it reads, everything that is going on right now is beyond disgusting and heartbreaking. Seeing everything unfold, tragedy after tragedy, is mind boggling. And for those of you who see no wrong and support the Trump administration and ICE's murderous actions, you are sick in the head and evil. And I mean that with full disrespect. I pray that our society as a whole wakes up expeditiously and doesn't become desensitized to everything going on. We are literally witnessing in broad daylight families being ripped apart and people being murdered. Innocent, hardworking individuals who have every right to be here. This is inhumane. Everything that is happening is full on racism, point blank period. Native Americans are being detained. Like, what the heck is going on? And I don't give a crap if anyone is an illegal immigrant or not. We are all living on stolen land and they deserve to be here like all of us. And this is a war against white supremacy. And we must not stay silent and speak out for those that are being silenced. And the last part I wrote is that the worst thing you can do is stay silent. Even if you aren't being personally affected now, one day when you do experience any form of injustice, you will want someone to stand up for you. And I just had to put that out because I just don't see how people can support this. And the crazy part is that you wouldn't want this happening to your loved ones. People you care about, you wouldn't want that. And for you to just sit there and watch this unfold or be a part of it, like that's so beyond disgusting. And it's just like America is a joke. Point blank period. We are a joke. We have someone in office that is literally a criminal, a racist, a pedophile, uneducated beyond belief. Literally a high schooler that's on a student council can run this country better than he can. Like, what are we doing? It's like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And it makes me so mad because we're just going backwards. In the big 2026, we are like going backwards, 10 decades backwards. I feel like every year. It's like everything that we have fought for in the past is just being stripped away and we're starting from ground zero again. And I just don't understand how we also have people that claim to be Christian and support this madness. And those that have seen it happen see no reason to speak out about it, see that, oh, well, I'm not personally being affected. So, like, everything's still fine. No, it's not. Like, what? Especially as a Christian, like, how could you even think any of this is okay? I don't even see why you would vote for the Oompa Loompa to begin with. But right here and now, if you still don't have any regret, any remorse, anything from what you originally stood for, that's ridiculous. And actually, I'm about to read a scripture from the Bible because we have all these Christians claiming that there's nothing wrong happening really, like, no, this is needs to happen. No, it doesn't. First of all, second of all, they're just hypocrites. They live a life of hypocrisy because how are you a Christian and believe that people's rights, human rights should be stripped away, families separated, people detained that are legal. And regardless if they are illegal, literally, this is land that we're living on that is stolen. And I'm sorry, guys, that I'm getting hyped. I'm going to be sounding harsh and blunt because at this point, like, everyone needs to wake the heck up real quick. So in Leviticus 19:33 to 34 reads, when a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them. The foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native born. Love them as yourself, for you were foreigners in Egypt. I am the Lord your God. I repeat, when a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them. The foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native born. Love them as yourself, for you were foreigners in Egypt. I am the Lord your God. So I'm very confused by those that claim to be Christian are supporting this. And this is why people view Christianity in such a weird light at times, because why would a Christian ever support these actions? Because it definitely doesn't say in the Bible. And y'all, I read the scripture out loud. I'm not adding, subtracting anything. This is strictly from the Bible. So, yeah, I'm confused at literally people justifying these actions whatsoever. And if you justify them, yeah, you're a sick individual. And there's really nothing much to it than keep on fighting, guys. And we're able to impeach this Oompa Loompa because, yeah, to have to keep on fighting for something that is constantly being overlooked and just allowing the wrong people to run a country. And yeah, it's it's hard to watch, it's hard to see, especially when it's something that you've always seen as inhumane. But keep on fighting, keep on speaking out, use your voice. It matters. It really does. And yeah. Well, guys, this will be a short episode because this is really all I want to talk about. And I will be leaving links down below. If you're watching on YouTube, in the description bar, there will be links to help support in any way you can. Um, and yeah. Well, guys, I enjoyed yapping with y'all as usual, and I'll see y'all again for another yap sesh. Bye, guys.